Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and I have a special announcement today. And I know I say that a lot, but this one is pretty cool. I will be traveling to North Carolina this weekend. As of today, it's Thursday. I have a 7 a.m. flight tomorrow, so that means I get to get to the airport at like 5:30, which means I have to be up at like an ungodly hour, let's say. I think the last time I was up at 4 a.m. was when I got up for the patch 1.29 dev server. And if you've seen that video, you can tell I'm pretty loopy. So tomorrow should be interesting, especially since I got a pack today. And generally what that means is today I will be cramming out videos and making fun stuff until like 11 p.m. when I need to be already have been packed, and then I'll start doing laundry. So it's going to be a long day for me. But why am I doing that? I'm going to North Carolina, and guess what? A friend of yours and mine, PhlyDaily, lives in North Carolina, so he's going to be meeting me up. And why I'm going is I'm going for a conference for school, but in the downtime, I'm planning on exploring the city with Phly. And we're gonna make that's the main reason why I'm making this video, is we're gonna make a dual vlog where we are both gonna be answering your questions. So feel free to ask anything you want, and we'll probably both answer. We'll find a very Phly and Baron way to answer the questions, and make them goofy, make them serious, whatever you want to ask. It should be a lot of fun. He should be putting up a video as well, and I'll link that in the description. I'm curious his take on this, his spin, but it's gonna be fun. I really like to travel, and even though it's nothing super exotic, I live in Florida. I'm going to North Carolina. Phly lives in North Carolina, so it's not really that exotic for him. When I visit new cities, how I like to do it is there's really two main ways that and they may be rather superficial, but it's kind of how I enjoy experiencing like the local flora and fauna, as it were. Because a lot of people will go to a new city and they'll just stay within, maybe I'm like a hipster deep down, I don't know. But, they go to the museums, they see the landmarks and stuff like that. That's just not how I do it personally. I'm not one of those kind of people that will go to a foreign city and be like, oh, I gotta go to this museum. With special exceptions. But, it's like I don't visit museums. Granted, I don't have the type of museums I want to go to, in my city. But, like, there would be certain exceptions. If there was, like, an epic World War II or, like, military history, something on, like, the eras that I am a big fan of, ancient Greece, the ancient world, basically, altogether. World War II, for one. I mean, geez. Anything like that, military history related museums and historical exhibits, I would be down in a heartbeat. But other than that, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in New York, I'm gonna go to the museums. How I like to do it is I want to be more active. So I guess I would prefer to travel in the more rural areas, go hunting, go hiking, just adventuring, experiencing the nature. Right? Get out of the traffic, get out of all that crap, and just like enjoy yourself. But when you're in a big city, how I like to do it is I like to do something kind of unique. Like, and definitely one thing I really like doing is just experiencing the food. I like finding crazy and new foods. I'm one of those people that it's like half the time it's amazing, and the other half the time it's terrible. It doesn't work out. Is you go to a restaurant, and preferably something that's not like a big chain or a corporate style restaurant where all they're worrying about is the bottom line, and that means the quality of the food. This stuff is like managed months down the road on this supply chain, right? So by the time it gets to you, it's like, this is vanilla food. You go to those like hipster places, the mom and pop places, hole in the walls, you find really good food, or maybe a crazy ethnicity of food. And by crazy ethnicity, I'm basically meaning, stuff you don't always get. Because here in the United States, you got Mexican and Italian restaurants out the wazoo, and they're pretty damn good. Especially the unique and hole-in-the-wall mom and pop style stuff. But like, say, you know what? I'm going to find some Madagascar style food. I guess that'd be what? A little French, a little African? That would be pretty damn good. Yeah, but other than that, like, so you go in there and you pick the craziest thing on the menu, and it's a flip of a coin. Sometimes it's the best thing you've ever ordered. Other times, your friends or your family you go with, you're like, you know, you always manage to pick the bad stuff, but then the other night, you're always the guy who picks the good stuff. Flip of the coin. So with Carolina, I guess the stereotype is barbecue. So I'm excited to see some of that. There is an aviation museum in Charlotte. So that's a possibility. Depends on the time. And maybe there'll be some fun like pubs or bars or something like that Phly and I will get ourselves mixed up into. Other than that, the big plan, priority number one, is just to have fun and make a dual commentary vlog where we'll answer your questions. Make them serious, make them funny, make them goofy, make them crazy. We're going to both be answering them, and we'll see how it goes. Should be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm Baron. You guys have a great weekend, and as always, thanks for watching. Just want one hit. There it is. He's on fire. We're reloading, but I think we did just enough to take him out. If he's on fire, that means I'm assuming his control surfaces will... Fire, 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 fire. Oh! I was 1 second off from glory. Ladies and gentlemen, the MiG Killer.